pull the stitch off. Good job, it's only one. The first stitch. It's easy to find and pick up. Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel after I've picked that stitch up that I just dropped. I have a little bit of time this morning before, it's only 11 o'clock, before I go down with my granddaughter, so I'm doing a little bit knitting. I thought I'd get a bit more of this blanket done. It's coming on quite well. Doesn't take too long to get across the row because there's only, I think I've only got about 70 stitches on. Because you have such a big space between the pom-poms, you know, so normally when you're knitting something this wide, all that space would be filled with stitches. So it's a good thing to actually knit if you want to do something quick, and quicker than a normal blanket actually. If I was sticking in and doing this all day, I'd probably have it all finished in one day. But I do little bits of everything, so that's the way things go. I didn't get a lot of knitting done yesterday because I was out shopping. I went out about 10 o'clock, bit shopping, and didn't get back till about 12:30, and then by the time I had a little bit of lunch, and then I did a video for my shopping channel to show what I had been buying. A couple of more packs of wool, you know. I'm desperate for wool. I have to buy a couple of bags every time I go out. And I'm desperate to find space to put it in upstairs in my stock room. But you know, it was such a nice, it's upstairs actually, I should have left it down here. I put it in the stock room yesterday, and amongst the other stuff that I'm eventually going to get around to knitting up. But I had done most of the knitting I did yesterday was this, and I had I just started another little cardigan. I don't know whether you can see it very well on there. This is the raindrop pattern. I'm working out a pattern for this one. This is just a little 16-inch I'm doing, and I'm doing this one a V-neck. I think I've only got one pattern that's got a V-neck on. I might put a button up on the pattern as well, but I'm not in any rush for it. That's the front and the two fronts and the back. This is the one, actually this is the same pattern as what I'm wearing. Only I think this one here, the raindrop, this is actually the raindrop. Someone named this either waterfall or raindrop. I picked raindrop, I thought it was the best one. The raindrop part here, there's 6 rows to it there, but when I do it on a smaller one, there's only 4 rows to that thing. It's a very simple, another very simple pattern, but quite effective. It really looks nice when it's done. But it's one of those patterns that you have to have a few extra stitches on, because it does, with the kind of pattern it is, it does draw it in. So I've had to work that out for the 16-inch. I've been looking through all my notes because I haven't knitted all these before, but I haven't really, before I started doing my own patterns, I never wrote down exact row for row of the pattern. I just knew the pattern is in my head and I know it off by heart. So when I started knitting, all I did was to write down that I'm doing the raindrop pattern or whatever kind of pattern. That's how I haven't got a lot of notes of the rows, and I have to knit them to work them out, to write them down. So that one just needs the sleeves doing and the band put on. And then I would probably do some of the larger sizes. And I haven't done any more of this tutorial yet, this little one. haven't done much any more of this one. I'm going to put the fronts up maybe tomorrow, because I'll not have time today. We're going down my granddaughter's, and I don't do anything to do with tutorials of a night time because I have to put the light on. And once I put the light on, it casts shadow over my hands when doesn't matter whereabouts I stand. I've got the apparatus that I use for doing these sort of things, tutorials, on my dining table, and it doesn't matter where I stand around my dining table, I cast a shadow over half of what I'm doing. So until the lighter nights, I only do these things during the day when the light's good. So I am just doing what I can of this little blanket before I go down my granddaughter's. I will take my own knitting with me. Didn't get very much done. I got a couple of rows done last night. That's about all. I tend to not get very much done of a night time once I start watching things, you know, TV things and stuff like that. But I bought this ball yesterday when I was at Home Bargains, and it's supposed to be a massage ball, and I was looking it up to see if it can help with my hands. My wrist. I get pain goes down my thumb and it goes into my wrist, and a lot of people have suggested carpal tunnel syndrome, but it is not carpal tunnel syndrome. It is just repetitive strain injury. If it was carpal tunnel syndrome, I would have a lot more problem. I probably wouldn't be able to use my hands to do knitting at all, because I know there's one of my subscribers that I've just subscribed to myself. Didn't realise she was one of my subscribers, Jan Carruthers. She's the urban gypsy crochet. I will put a link to her channel in the description box. She has mentioned, when I've been looking at some of her videos, that she has carpal tunnel syndrome and she cannot use her hand. She's waiting to have something done about it. So I know it's not that, because I can still use my hands, no trouble at all. Just if I do too much, I start getting aches and pains in my hand, especially going down my thumb, and it goes into your wrist, because all those muscles and things are all connected. And I was looking at some videos on YouTube and other places that show you how to use these things to help massage the muscles, and supposed to help your muscles and take some of the pain away. So some of them, what I did see, she was showing you, she says all the muscles to do with your hands and your arms come down from your arms down to your hands and everything. And they were showing you how massaging down your arms and that like that. And that's supposed to help down in your hands. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been doing it a few minutes every, maybe 3 or 4 times a day like that, and then going down to my thumb where most of the pain is when I start doing too much, especially crochet, and just massaging like that. And I hope that's going to help. I don't know whether it will or not, but I'm trying. So that's what I've been doing. Stopping maybe after I've had my breakfast, maybe do a little bit then after I've had my lunch, and maybe after my tea. So probably about 3 times a day. Just doing it for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, something like that, and just the videos I said all showed that to do it down your arm, going down to your hands, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm still wearing I bought some more bands for my wrists. And I've got these ones folded, so there's 4 lots to make them a bit tighter and a bit stronger, because the last ones I had were quite thin and quite slack, and these ones feel a little bit better. I can feel them more tighter on my wrists, so I think they might help a bit better as well. So that's what I'm going to keep on doing, a little bit of this. I've done one arm, I'll go down the other and like that, and Hope it works. If it does, I might try it on my back and my hips because I get a lot of pain in there, especially when I haven't been walking very much. If I haven't had many orders to walk over to the post office, when I do get them, you know, I get a lot of aches and pains, just my hips and my legs just walking over because I haven't been exercising. I think I'm going to have to start walking around the house for the length of time that I would walk over to the post office when I don't have to go over to the post office. That might help. So, that's my little bit for today. Actually, my hands feel a little bit better after just rolling that round. They were aching a little bit, so I think they may help. It may help. So that's my little bit for today. So I'll catch up with you another time. So give a thumbs up and subscribe. And bye for now.